those cars, this is the sexiest. Like the wrap on that rather than the stainless steel. That is sweet. Teaches them.
Welcome everybody to the Villages, Florida, where we are sitting at Five Guys getting ready to chow down on some hamburgers, and they just so happen to have a car rally on this kind of breezy day. And we got all sorts of electric vehicles, mostly Tesla, some classic old Model Ts and Woodies, some Thunderbirds and Corvettes, and it got me thinking, are electric cars sexy? And what I'm thinking about that is that Woody over there and that other vehicle, I don't know, it was an old Ford with a still on the back. That's pretty sexy. Some of those Thunderbirds, pretty hot. Got me feeling all giggly inside my tummy. But there's just something about the new body styles and the curves and the lines that EVs have. You know, we all know it's more for aerodynamics, so you can get more miles on a battery charge. But sometimes those lines and curves and everything kind of bring a style to the vehicle that a lot of other cars don't have. That's what today's video is going to be. I'm going to be doing interviews, probably not here, because a lot of these EVers, they're mostly Tesla people here. They really don't drive their cars. They come, show them off, and they park them in their garage. I'm going to talk to you guys, the real RVers out there that go to work, come home, maybe take day trips, maybe go on weekend trips. You know, the real EVers, and get their opinion. Do they think their cars are sexy?
The cicadas are out. And so are the motorcycles off in the distance, ruining the sound of the cicadas. Well, maybe I should start with my sexy beast. I don't know if you consider the Nissan Leaf sexy. I do. Now, I don't know if my car is considered sexy. Maybe classy. Not classy. It's a little more sexy. Look at the hiney on that thing. Nice, round, and bubbly. Looks good. Does it look Tesla good? Honestly, I kind of like the look of my car a little more than a Tesla. I like the rear end, and I like the front end. Hubba. Now I'm trying to think of what type of questions I can ask other drivers or other car manufacturers, you know, that drive other cars, or they could have a Nissan Leaf too. I don't know. Maybe a Chevy Bolt. There'll be one pulling up here shortly. You know, maybe I'll ask Steph Stuck in a Truck. Maybe she'll be my first person that I talk to. But I got to come up with some decent questions. Like, first, how do you like your car? Have you ever had range anxiety? That's a good question. Have you had a hard time finding charging places? What's the one thing you love most about your car? Would you buy another car? And the most important question, do you think your car is sexy? All right, came over here, not to Lucky Cycles, but to Napolitanos, or Napolinos, whatever it is. Excellent homemade pastas and pizzas. And the pasta is homemade there, which is my favorite. But if you look here, there is a Chevy Bolt. Look at the colors, the blueness, the nice little car, right? Nice little car. Some Disney action. YouTube channel, Steph Stuck in a Truck. Subscribe. And she is also a Lyft driver, it looks like. Now the Chevy Bolt is basically the same size as a Nissan Leaf. Which one do you guys think is sexier? All right, so my first little quick person I'm gonna ask some questions to is Steph Stuck in a Truck. Let's find out what she thinks about her car. So we actually just went out and ate some pretty decent food, and she so happens to drive an electric car too. Some of you guys probably already know that. We're a 2 EV family. So real quick, you know what this video is about.
Sort of.
Sort of. How long have you had your EV? Good first question.
1 year and about 3 months.
Was it a big change for you going from gas to electric?
Yes.
God, I'm a good questioner. Have you saved money in, between fuel and charging? Have you seen any drastic change in your pocketbook and savings?
Yes, definitely.
You could. I know I said we can keep the answer short, but you can keep them a little longer.
Well, how
Okay.
much detail do you want?
Not too much detail, a little detail. In what way?
Well, I drove about 45,000 miles last year with my EV.
45,000. That's craziness.
It is crazy.
But you did get the battery replacement when you first got the car, right? The
Yeah.
Chevy. Okay.
Which I should have waited and done after I drove 45,000 miles. But, and I think I was under $500 in fuel costs for the year.
500 for 46,000 miles. It's a pretty good deal. A lot of people, you notice on social media, that especially the people that are kind of, if you got it.
Interactive technologies that facilitate the creation and sharing of information, ideas, interests, and
touch my watch.
expression through virtual communities
Or
and networks.
press the crown. I don't know why. I don't know why my watch picked up that. Okay, well, that's nice. What do you think about the size of your car? Do you think it's roomy enough?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It just depends on what you need your car for. If I had something that was closer to the size of a small van, then I could do bigger catering orders. But other than that, it seems like it's a good size.
Would you ever go back to a gas powered? Say this falls apart like people say they're going to, even though we know they're not. If it just fell apart in your next car, would it be an EV, or would you consider going back to diesel or gas?
Well, if what falls apart?
If
The
your
whole
car,
EV?
if
if my car
if your
falls
car
apart?
falls apart.
Oh, okay. No, I would never want to buy gas or diesel again. It's too expensive, and everything else in the world's too expensive, so I don't need that on top of it.
Okay, 2 questions left.
Okay.
Living in the state of Florida now, this is strictly the state of Florida because you've never been out of state with your car yet.
That's true.
So if the EV infrastructure, if our governor just let it go to crap like he's doing pretty much, and there are no EV chargers public,
Yeah.
because people can still charge at home, but that's a loud car. Would you, say so your car broke down, but the EV infrastructure went to hell. Would you still purchase a new EV just knowing that you just have to charge at home?
Well, I don't have a home, so I wouldn't be able to do that.
So you go to gas.
I guess I wouldn't have a choice.
So if the non-EV or if the gas people out there win the fight, you'll end up having to go back to gas too.
Yeah, I guess. Or, I don't know, if we can use Trumpies as fuel, can we turn them into fuel?
I think they tried that in 1930s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, real quick. One last question. Do you find EVs sexy? Short, sweet. Yes, no, ugly. Okay, you can. Is your EV sexy?
I can't make that answer short and sweet. There are EVs that I feel are sexier than others.
What's the
I feel that
sexiest
there
EV?
are also EVs that are uglier than every other vehicle on the planet.
What's
So-
the sexiest EV?
Well, probably that.
If you say Nissan Leaf, that's bonus points.
What's that brand that nobody in the United States ever drives that they made a performance EV out of that had it had spoilers that lifted and everything with
Like
it.
that Lamborghini looking thing?
It was yeah, but it was cooler than a Lamborghini even. That's a pretty sexy EV. This video is not short like you said
Okay.
it was going to be.
So, all right. So, there are no sexy EVs except for one.
No, there are a few that are sexier. I mean,
Yours.
personally,
Let's say yours. Is yours sexy?
no. My car is cute.
So cute, not sexy.
Right.
Okay, that's acceptable. Well, I have
stuff to say at the Chargers today. I met one person, did not want to be on camera. So I almost had 2 quick interviews. Couldn't get the third. But I think I'm going to follow up with other people when I go to Charge and create more videos like that, asking them about their car and if their car is sexy, like I think mine is. So, yeah, we got one today. We got Steph stuck in a truck, got her thoughts about what it's like to have her EV, as my cat is sneaking over here to jump up. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off and just keep a lookout for other things like this. And if there's any questions you think I should ask people that drive EVs, let's say you're a non-EV person, you like that gas, you like that diesel, you like the subsidies going to those companies, and you're happy with it. And I'm okay. There's a place for gas. It's just not for me. But if you're totally against it and you just want to ask questions, or you have questions you want me to ask them, let me know in the comments below, and I will bring them up every time I meet somebody and try and get a conglomerate of videos that I can put into one video of a lot, talking to this person, that person, that person, that person, and just put them into one video. I'll do it. And hopefully some of your questions will be answered. And for the people out there that doubt it, maybe are thinking about getting an EV, maybe this can ease your brain a little bit, because worrying about how hard it is to charge at the moment, how the infrastructure is getting rolled out, how many miles you can drive, what's the cost of owning and operating. If you have any of those questions, we'll try and get them answered. Anyway, until the next time, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys from down the road. As a matter of fact, tonight we're moving from Wildwood, Florida, back down to Orlando, so we should have some theme park fun, and probably some beach fun too, because I think we're going to head over to Tampa a couple times to do some gig work in our EVs. Until the next time, thanks for tuning in. I shall see you guys on the next one. Keep sexy, people. Keep sexy.